Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today I have a lovely gift. We are going to do the prototype playthrough of Neon Hope, which is on Kickstarter right now, going through funding. I believe funding closes next week, so I know there's a lot of others who've done some previews for you to see. Dominic was amazing to send this over my way so I can give it a try and to present it for you all to see. Yeah? So it's going to be fun. Neon Hope is kind of set in a cyberpunkish, futuristic style of things. Hey, Cassie, how's it going? But it's going to... People who play Arkham Horror is going to see some elements of that, right? It's not Arkham Horror at all, but you will see a lot of the elements where if you know how to play that, some of these things will translate. And on top of that, it has its own little... it has its own way of standing out, so it's not the exact same thing. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So, yep, this game is the link to the crowdfunding is in the description below right now. So if you want to go see what all you can get for it and whatnot, but I know you're here to see this playthrough. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you to my patrons, subscribers, and if you're neither, just coming in to hang out, thank you and welcome as well. All right, let's go ahead, dive on in, and let's check out Neon Hope. Okay, so this is pretty much the game set up here at the table, as you can see, and yes, there is a bag, but it is far from a chaos bag, but there is a bag of modifier tokens that are in there that we pull out. And this game plays, like I said, you'll see as I play through, but you'll see where you're like, oh yeah, I do get that vibe, but it is different. And different in a good way, right? It's different. Different does not mean bad. So, how this game starts off is you have a story deck that's built up, and you have these chapters that you go through. So in this prototype, there are 3 chapters to go through, an introduction, and then 3 chapters to get through. And once you get through those chapters, you get a conclusion based on one of the outcomes. And there are, from what I've seen, just quickly at the back, there are 4 different conclusions. So there's 4 different ways, endings that you can get in this game instead of this one that builds out. So let's do some setup so you understand how this thing works and how you play it through, right? So, boom. You select a character. So there in this prototype, there's 2 characters. Steve over at the Guild played another character. I'm gonna play Larix. So let's take a look at Larix. So a couple things to know. So that is perception, charisma, courage, and technology. So those are kind of your innate abilities. So if you've played... I'm going to draw a lot of correlations between Arkham only because people who play will be like, oh, I get it, right? Instead of just kind of going through and saying, this does this, and this is what it does. So while I know this is different, and as you see me play, it'll be different, these are the things that are going to help it sink into your mind because it's what helps sink into my mind, right? So these are the attributes. Whenever I have to do tests, these are my base numbers, which is 2, 2, 3, and 1. So got a lot of courage, not a lot of technology know-how, but I've got perception and I've got a little bit of charisma as it builds out. So I have the keywords underground and authority that come with who I am because I'm a bouncer, right? That's my job. All right. So once we select a character, we grab the character's 8 cards. This is 8 cards, and if you're playing solo, you grab 2 universal cards. They'll say universal at the bottom for a total of 10. So you have 10 cards, right? This is my starting hand. I don't have a deck that I pull from. I don't have a deck that I construct. This is my start. This is my hand. This is not only my starting hand. This is my hand that I play cards from. Now, how do you... Okay, if that's all, then how's this game unique? How do you build these things out? Well, you have these tools that you can purchase. And here in this prototype, there are 4 tools plus an innate one that you get. So the innate tool that I get that doesn't cost anything is, and I get to choose between 2. I could choose the revoked company ID, which says after you reveal the modifiers for a task, you may reveal an additional modifier. If this task fails, suffer 1 stress, limit once per task. So that's my tool. Or I could start off with confiscated foods. You have to pick one, but that's the one that you're going to start with. And it says, when you defeat an enemy or state, recover 1 action card at random from your discard pile, limit 2 per round. You cannot recover a card played during this task. So you get to choose from that. So I'm going to choose to do the revoke company ID as my starting tool. So that's going to be something. The other tools are here, and when it comes time for me to potentially equip one of these, I'll show you how that works. But for right now, in the prototype, I only have 4, but I believe there are 10 that you can get. So we just take the 1, put it on here, and put it down there. So that is kind of our starting equipment and starting self with stats. We have 3 actions, so you'll see those are the action ones there. And then you start with 3 hope. Hope can be used to pay for technology when it comes to that time to do it, or you can use it to fight against stress. Stress is that, so how does this game work and how do you take damage? How does this work? Well, everything works through endurance. Once I fall to 0 endurance, game over, right? How endurance works, because I'm playing solo, I start with 10. If you're playing 2-player, I believe you start with 8, right? And if you're playing 3-player, I think it's 6, and that's just how it goes. So I'm starting with 10, and this is 2-sided, as you can see. Once I hit 0 endurance, I lose. Game over. There's another way to lose as well, which is the mythos. Let's call it the mythos for people who are wondering, but we'll get to that in a second. What happens on each turn is whenever you take stress, you got to discard a card from your hand. It's not random. You pick a card and you discard it from your hand. When all cards are discarded from your hand, you got no more deck left in your hand. You tick down an endurance by 1, and then you can only draw up to the amount of endurance you have. So I start with 10 cards, which means I automatically have to pick a card that I'm not getting back. And I get back the rest. And you get to pick which one you're not going to get back. And as endurance ticks down, I can only have 8 cards. I can only have 7 cards. You get it? And until you get to, I can only have 1 card to play, and that is my turn, and then boom, game over. So I think that's a nice take on kind of, instead of deck construction and stuff like that, that you have the ability of doing that, and it's not really random what you get in your hand or what you could potentially draw. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so that is my character so far from before we get into playing. Then we talk about kind of the chapter. So this is the chapter, and this is the staging deck. So the staging deck builds out the world as you're playing through things. Then we have the encounter deck. Oh yes, it's called the encounter deck, and we'll give it a good shuffle. Then we have what you would call kind of the agenda. So the agenda is that the man is looking for you, right? Surveillance threshold is on you, and if surveillance gets too high, end the game, read conclusion 1, which means the agenda 1, right? So when I get to 8 surveillance, this will happen. 16 surveillance, that will happen. 24 surveillance, all the way down to 40. You're like, 40? That's a pretty high number. No, you're going to get a lot of stress in this game, so it's not that high. And this is story mode. If you want a better challenge, I think that's another place. If you want a better challenge, there's a challenge mode, so you could just do one-shots and you don't have to do the story. So either you could play the story, or you could just play a one-shot, and that's it. This is the archive. This I actually like. So this is my surveillance counter. Right now it's set at 0, as you can see. This I'll get in. This will show up when we start getting into the game. I just took it out here because you have to anyway. The archive is interesting because in your bag you have just like the tokens that you would see in Arkham, right? You have a +1, you have a -3, you have all that other stuff. You have an auto fail. You have an auto complete. The cool thing about this game is that when you pull one out, you don't put it back in the bag. It goes into the archive. So it's one less thing in here. So you're like, oh, that's not bad. But the way that they kind of mix it up, so it's like, okay, well, I always know what's in here and I can count. So I always know if I draw this, then I expect that there's one more and I can count tokens. So how Dominic and team went through it is that they said, when you start the game, you shuffle all up the things in the bag, and then you draw, I want to make sure you're not seeing anything, then you draw 3 of them out and place those 3. If I see it, I'm going to put it back in and shuffle it until I don't. Place those 3 on the archive. You don't know what they are, but those 3 have been removed from the bag. So whatever else is left in here is what you have. I could have pulled out the auto pass. I could have pulled out a +3. I don't know, and I won't know. But I know that the bag is pretty much set up. All right. I think that's enough of me kind of explaining the intros of things. As I start playing, it's going to all make sense, and I will explain things as it goes. But for right now, let's get into the intro. I got to get all my acting voice on. I should use the voice changer. Introduction. The music is so loud that it is deafening. I'm assuming that as soon as you go into this club, you're hearing party rock, all right? Blue and purple neon lights pulse with the rhythm of the neurotech beats that fill the room. You have been to the Siphon before, but this was long ago. You never intended to return to the notorious electro club. Yep, they're playing party rock. In the east of Berlin. It is one of those places where they will ask you to hand in your augmented reality glasses to stop you from recording a video. You're not sure why you are here. Your friend Andre has asked you to come, and he had been quite insistent about it. He had said something about this job at Nubicon, and that he needed to talk to you, as you were someone he could trust. It all sounded quite odd, but not quite as odd as the strangeness in his voice when he decided to tell you what this was all about. It was because of this that you agreed to come. I wonder if Techno Viking is... Oh, Techno Viking has to be in here. Oh, Dominic, you have to make a Techno Viking card. So, now, here you are at the Siphon's main bar where Andre wanted to meet you. However, Andre is not. And worse, he does not answer his phone. Perhaps you should look around to find him. Flip this card. I love it, Techno Viking. So, our setup kind of says how you would set up your game. I set it, you can use this, or you could set it up in what way that you feel will be comfortable. But Lars will go on this side, and I believe Dennis will go on that side. So find the rules at rules.neonhopegame.com if you want to, because the rulebook is there, and I do have it digitally online if I need to reference it. Give the responsibility to a player with the underground trait. Well, since I'm the only player, guess what? I have that responsibility. Put the Siphon setting into play with the staging deck. Follow the instructions on its front side, then flip it over. Search the encounter deck for one copy of data de-anonymization. It appears in the network next to the surveillance threshold card. Reshuffle the encounter deck. All players start at the Siphon top. You are now ready to begin. All right. So, basically, this is where we're starting. This is the Siphon. So, this is the Siphon card that we have here, that you can see, right? So, what we want to do is we want to flip it over to see how to set up this setting. So this electro dance club that's playing Pitbull right now, right? Party Rock just finished and they started Pitbull. And basically what they're trying to do, this is the setting of the locations, right? Of the different locations at that setting. So right here, if I can show you real quick, it's saying at the locations that are up here, you will have a barkeeper and a bar, and then the next location is the dance floor. You'll pick one random bar, one random dance floor that's here, right? So you'll put them here. I will grab the barkeeper, and I'll show you her in a second. And then we have 2 dance floors and 2 bars. So we shuffle this up, and I thought I had a die somewhere. I thought I had a loose die somewhere. Yeah, we could pull out one of these. I've got dice next to me at all times when I stream. So, odds, evens. Alright, these were evens. So the dance floor is down here. And then for the bar, we'll shuffle these up. Odds, evens. We got odds up here, right? So some replayability for people who are kind of curious. These are removed from play. And this is what is here. Okay. This is a setting, and these are locations at that setting. So it says that I start up here at the bar. So this is where I'm at this location. And if I want to move from location to location, I can move to this location, which is the dance floor, or I can move back to this location, which is the bar. And the person at the bar is the barkeeper. All right? You with me so far? You're good? I've kind of set that up. Let's take a look at these cards real quick. Once this is set up and I've done everything that it says to do, I can just flip it over. And now you see this is how the situation looks. Let's look at the dance floor. So, on the dance floor, now they're playing Kesha. On the dance floor, there's a couple things to point out, and I need my pink pen of pointing. Oh yeah, this is a Techno-Club. So, think of this as the shroud. This is the shroud of the dance floor. Just think of it as that for people who are like, what does that 3 mean? I can investigate with charisma, and I have to meet or beat a 3 to gain this the name just jumped right out of my head. And I don't want him to kill me, so I'm going to go find the name. I had it, and then it just went away. Secrets. So I could gain these secrets off the dance floor. So you could consider these clues that are on the dance floor that you're trying to get. When you move, where in Arkham you would flip the card and then see the shroud and all that other stuff, this is once you clear all the secrets off this floor, you flip this card and then see what's on the other side. So there are 2 secrets on this dance floor, right? And I need to I need to clear these to flip this over by doing an investigate with my charisma action, beating a 3 to see what's going on here on the dance floor. The Siphon was one of those clubs where everyone could get in at least to the main floor, right? So that is the Siphon. That is the dance floor. The bar operates the same way. The bar has 4 secrets on it. So boom, 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 boom. And I can investigate using perception here, and I need to beat a 2, right? A 2. I want to call it a shroud because it makes sense, but that's what it is. But once you beat a 2, and let me call it what they said it is, or else he'll kill me. I need to go to the card. I'm just scrolling down until I get to the card breakdown. It is the difficulty. It is called the difficulty. So you can investigate with perception. It's a 2 difficulty. Once I beat that difficulty, I get to remove 1. Then once I remove all of them, I flip this. Cocktails with microdose neurostimulants are practically legit in every country that failed to pass the revised drug laws after the famous ECI ruling. So that is it. Now we have someone who is at the bar, and if everybody knows the song... So this is someone at the bar, and you notice their symbols are a little different. When you see those symbols, you basically take these and put them on there. And these basically say, and I'll tell you what they mean as soon as I put all of these down, because I want to be able to read her flavor text too. So, this means I can gain support using my charisma, and I need to beat a difficulty of 2, right? So once I beat a difficulty of 2 of this, I can take one of these off. These come to me as bonuses towards other checks that I can make. So this comes, let's say for instance, I do the support and I pass it with a 2 or higher. This one here will say, okay, well now I can take this one, and whenever I do a courage check, I can use one of these to get +2. And then I flip it over, and then I can use it again. This is kind of a 2 and burn free build-up for what's on it. So it says, are you sure you want a beer? We have the fancy stuff that will open your mind, my friend. So that's the barkeeper that's talking. And once I clear all of these off of the barkeeper, I flip that card to see what's on the other side. So hopefully that's making sense. If you're confused, it's going to make a whole bunch of sense in a minute. All right, this is something that the bad guys are trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So I can try to hack this with testing technology on a difficulty of 2. There are 3 hack cubes that I have to place to get rid of this. So once I put 3 hack cubes on here, I get rid of this card and it's resolved. So what does this card do? At the beginning of the encounter phase, each player suffers 1 stress. That's not good. That means we lose cards, which means we have to lower our endurance, and it leads on to the spiral of doom. So this starts off here as a super bad card that we don't want to deal with. All right. Then this, we need to look at what are, so that if this is the agenda, what is the act, right? What is the act that we're doing? That's this. Search for your friend. Chapter 1, front. Objective. Maybe you can find Andre at the bar or the dance floor. Flip both the bar and the dance floor to their backside. That's how we complete this act to move on to the next one. All right. We're ready to dive in because I think I've explained everything to you that you see. Okay. So we start off with our hand of cards. We get to choose any one of these cards that we can play. So right now, that thing sucks. Right? So we can deal with wherever we move around because it's up here by the surveillance. The surveillance is trying to get it, and we need to hack our way into not having to deal with this. Right now, my hack score is 1, which is not fantastic. Not fantastic at all. So I need to look something that will give me... Ooh, I could use without regards to losses. Yeah, I could do that one. Ooh, I could do this one, which will give me a +2. That would suck. Okay. Oh. Nope, I'm hanging on that one. Okay, let's look at this card. So one of the cards in my hand, this card is High Hopes. So I can put this against any task. It will give me +2. So think of those as the attribute boost. And this is the resolution symbol. If you succeed, I gain 1 hope, right? So as my first action, I'm going to try to test against this, and it's 2 with a 1, so I'm at a 3 on 2. So I'm at a 3 on 2, and I need to pull out a modifier to see what's going to happen. I probably should have talked to the lady at the bar first. That probably would have been smarter. I'm not an intelligent person. Here we go. Here we go. Woo! I did it. So the modifier was a 0. The 0 comes out of the bag. And I did succeed on this, which means I will put 1 hack on here. And that was my action. And it says if you succeed, I gain a hope. Woohoo! I gain a hope. And then this card is discarded. Okay. I think if I do the next action to get support at the bar and then the final action to do this, I think that's going to do what I want. Okay, I think... Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to try for it. Alright, so my second action is I'm going to try to holler at the girl at the bar. So I'm at a 2 on 2, and this is a charisma check. Do I have charisma at all? No, I don't. Oh, wait, this says get support. Get support +2. But this is reckless. That's just silly. This one would be cool because I could get 2 things if I get it right. I think I'm going to do that. All right. Let's take a look at this card. This card says, kick it in the door. I could either use it to investigate or to get support. It doesn't have a modifier, but it has this thing which is called an impact. If you pass your test on an impact, you get double the reward, basically. So if I did a hack with impact, I would get 2 instead of 1, right? This is the, when you play this card, that's what that symbol means, and this, once again, is the resolution. So when you play this card, you may suffer 1 stress to add +2 to it, and if you succeed and have 1 or fewer cards in hand, I could gain a hope. So I'm going to do this. All right, so I'm going to suffer stress. The trick of this is, okay, it's going to suffer stress. Do I want to discard a card, or how else can I prevent stress instead of discarding a card? That's easy. You can use hope. So that hope I just gained, I can discard this to block that stress from it getting rid of my cards, and I have a +2. So now I'm at a 4 on 2. So a 4 on 2. Oh, man. Okay. That's not good. All right. So this is a -1, and I don't know if you noticed this. Let me put this closer. It's a -1, but you see that arrow? It means I have to draw another. So now I'm at a 3 on 2, and I have to pull another token. Woo! +2. Oh, I passed. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. This is like a curse token. That's what this thing is. Except for it's not -2, it's -1. So I did pass. Thank goodness. These 2 are out. And now, because I passed, I gain impact. So I'll gain this one, and I gain impact to gain another. Courage I'm good on. Let me get perception. And this card's discarded. And I have one action left. My last actions, I'm going to use Data Breach. At least it isn't an auto-fail. Oh, there's an auto-fail in this bag. So I'm doing Data Breach. I'm using the hack on Data Breach. It has impact. If you succeed by 2 or more, get 1 additional impact. So as my last action, I'm doing this Data Breach. And I'm going to use, right now I'm at 1, but I'm going to use one of these to put myself at a 3. So I'm at a 3 on 2. And that's the best I got. 3 on 2. Let it ride, people. Let it ride. What do we got? 3 on 2. 3 on 2. 3 on 2. +1. Pow! So with that +1, this has impact, and I was hacking. So that means I would get 2. I get 1 for the pass and then 1 for the impact, which clears this. This gets discarded. And then when you clear something, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a person, place, or thing, you gain 1. Once again, I gotta go with the terms here. New terms. Terms. You gain 1 resource. You gain 1 resource, and remember, resource can be used to buy tools. So that was my 3 actions. My turn is done. At the end of my turn, we go to the encounter phase. So the responsible player follows steps as performed. So resolve any abilities at the beginning, like that thing had that I got rid of. So since there's nothing here that says at the beginning, I skip that step. And then I go to the next step, which is place 1 hacking cube on each state in the network. There is no states. There's no state in the network up here. That network's empty because we got rid of that nonsense. Then increase surveillance by 1. Yes, surveillance increases this way and many other ways. So surveillance goes up to 1. Then we so we'll talk about retreated cards, but if there are any retreated cards, I know you don't know what that means yet, but I'll teach it to you when that time comes, would flip back over. And then each player flips their action tokens back. And then we will draw an encounter card. Right? Never heard of this, but looks very interesting. Ron, this game's awesome. This game is awesome. I played through a quick run through of it just to make sure I had the rules, and I immediately wrote Dominic and was like, when is this game coming out? I want to play it. Alright, so our encounter card, so this is something kind of like Marvel Champions where, everybody gains an encounter card, or like Arkham where everybody gains the Mythos phase, right? Network Analysts, choose suffer 3 stress or spend 1 charge of an attribute support marker without effect. I will spend 1 charge on a marker for that. So I will spend this technology one. And that's gone. And that gets discarded. So then then after that is done, we go back to the player phase. So then it's my turn again. Okay. Well, we got to deal with this before we head to the dance floor and Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Puff, right? I could spend an action to move down to the dance floor, but I want to get those off if I'm going to do that. Because it's a 3-on-3 right now, and I'd like to give myself a little bit of an edge. So, let's... Do I have another impact for... investigate? I do have an impact for investigate. Ooh, but I don't have anything yet. Okay. We could gain support. Let's go ahead and do this perception check. We're going to do this perception check on the bar. Let's just check out the bar for right now. And we're going to investigate. And I'm going to use reading the crowd. Yeah, I'm going to use reading the crowd, which has an impact symbol on it. So let me show you this card. This looks similar to Earthborn Rangers. Is it by the same company? It's not by the same company, Doug. It's by a new company. This is Dominic's first game that's coming out. If you look in the description, it'll tell you. The company name, I believe, is Hopeful Games. Is what is the company that's making this. So no, this is not by Andrew Navarro. This is by Dominic. So, oh, what was I showing? I'm showing this. So we're going to do an investigate. It's going to be +0, but it'll have an impact. Add 2 for each enemy to your location, but there are no enemies at my location right now, so it just has that impact. However, I will use one of these to put myself at a 4. So I'm at a 4 on 2. 4 on 2. Pull. 0. That's what I'm talking about. And it had impact, so I cleared 1. And then I cleared another due to the impact, so there's 2 left. This gets discarded. And then let's... This one sucks, because I have to reveal 2 modifiers to use this card. So I think I got to give myself the best chance just in case. I'm going to do Well Respected. So that was my first action. My next action, I'm going to do Well Respected. I'm going to be... Yeah, let's do Well Respected. I have to reveal 2 tokens, which I don't like, but that puts me at a +2. So I'm just going to keep it at a 4 on 2, and I have to reveal 2 modifiers. Alright, what do we got? First modifier. Okay, that's good. Come on, Papa. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. We passed. So we cleared 1 with that, and it says, if you reveal 1 or more skulls, bad things happen. Okay, so those 2 are gone. So I'm losing a lot here, right? Finally, I need to get this last one off, so I'm just going to go for using this final one here to gain a +2, so I'm at a 4 on 2 for the last. And that's my last action I'm doing. 4 on 2. Cool, looks like it's a Kickstarter now. Did you know everything, or is this the prototype? This is the prototype. +3. Pass! That's what I'm talking about. So once I pass this, this is the prototype, Doug. The link to the campaign's in the description below. So I've cleared the bar, and when you clear the bar, you flip it over. Right. So this says, Huenan Bergman, regular. There was this guy with a Nubicon hoodie a moment ago. Looked like it was his first time at the Siphon. So now what I put on here is she's going to get what the lady at the bar had, which is these 2. How do I get this lovely thing here to make her a follower so she comes down to be in my, like, as a something that I can use to help me? I need to clear both of these. Once I clear both of these off, because there's 2 there, once I clear both of these off by doing 2 support actions, beating a 3, then she will come to me as a follower, and I will get a permanent boost to my courage. So my courage, instead of being 3, it will be a 4. And she is now at the bar. That's pretty cool. I really like that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I don't have a lot left in my hand to do stuff. I really don't. So I probably, if I suffer stress, I'll get where I need to. However, all my turns are over, so I'm done. Encounter phase. Anything up here to affect me? No. Then any hacking cubes to put? No. Then we increase the surveillance by 1, so the surveillance will go to 2. Then any enemies need to be retreated? No. So then we draw an encounter card. Encounter card. Profiling. Choose. Increase the surveillance by 1 or suffer 2 stress. I'm going to suffer 2 stress. Oh, and I also forgot, when I cleared her, I was supposed to gain a resource for clearing the bar. I forgot to do that. So, let's see. Suffer 2 stress or increase surveillance by 1. All I can do right now is hack, fight, and hack. So I think I'll suffer 2 stress, because I can't use these cards for anything else right now. So let's do these 2. I'll suffer 2 stress. So I'd have to discard 2 cards. I'm down to 3. Okay, ready up. And we're ready to go. Alright, if I gain support, it'll be a 2-on-3 on this one. This one's a 2-on-2. I can move to the dance floor, and it'll be a 3-on-3. So I don't think it matters what I do right now. Have to get to date night, but I enjoy watching your streams, and we'll check this out. Alright, Ron, have a good time. Have a good time. So I think I'm going to just do a 2-on-2 check just straight up for my first action to the barkeeper to see if I can get that investigate, that courage token. So it's just a 2-on-2. Auto fail. There's your auto fail, people. Auto no good. Let's try it again. 2-on-2, because I'm running out of cards. -3. Cool. This is going well. Last action. This is going real well. Auto pass. Thank God. Okay, so auto pass. I will take this one. And that ends my turn. So once again, we do resolve any abilities, add any hacking cubes that need to go, increase surveillance by 1. We're at 3 of 8. Okay. Then retreat any cards, draw an encounter card. At least it's out of the bag now. It's true. Oh, sweet. At the darkest hour, I gain 1 hope. Woohoo! I gain a hope. Okay. Then ready up. I've been here 10 seconds in the AHLCG references. Yes. You will see the references huge, Dr. Han. You will see the references in a big way. So my first action, let's go boot, boot, boot on the dance floor here. Actually, I could try to get this to try to get that. Ooh, it's too tempting. I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm going to just go straight for a 2-on-2 again. I'm going straight for the 2-on-2. First action, 2-on-2, -3. Sweet. Second action, 2-on-2. I want it. I want it. No, -1 and a redraw. No. Oh yeah, that's a -3. Let's just call it what it is. That was my second action. Third action, can't get any worse. It cannot get worse. Yes. So I got this. I cleared her, so I will gain another resource because I cleared her. And then we get to flip her over. Okay. Flip. There we go. So she will have... This is the first time I saw that. This is new for me. She's the different one than I had before. So she will have 2, and Dominic will have to correct me if I'm wrong because it says always comes with 2 attributes. She'll have 2 hope on her. Barkeeper and Nighttime Philosopher. Brown hair? This big? Nah, haven't seen the guy. Want to get a Neurostim drink? So once I complete this, get a Neurostim drink at the bar, choose a player at this setting, they recover 2 cards from their discard pile. So that is her, and that was my third action, sadly. That was the third action. Okay, so I cleared her. That comes up. We're going down here because we've already flipped the bar. We just need to flip this to complete that chapter. Okay, so it is the end of my turn. Encounter phase. Resolve any abilities. Add any hacking cubes. We are at 4 of 8. See how it creeps up pretty quick? Then we flip these back over, and then we draw a card. Ah, crud. Okay. I could do this once. I got rid of my other hack card. Roll 1 attribute die and place it on this card when it's revealed. Okay. All tasks relying on the attribute of the die on this card are hard. Skulls are treated as epic fails when it's set as hard. So it's an unexpected complication that has come out here. And I'm going to roll this die and see what 1 attribute goes on this card. It is that. Alright, so basically, which is what I need to do. I need to do a hack check, and if I pull a skull, it's going, well, I pulled 2 skulls, but if I pull another skull, A skull's an epic fail. Well, crap. Okay. Alright. That sucks. We need to get rid of that. And I can only do it once. So, let's do... This is slowing... This is such a drag. Okay. We're going to do a hack plus 3. So a hack plus 3, so that puts me at 4. I'm at a 4. Just a... It's a 4 on... What? This doesn't have a thing to do. Play hard, fail hard. Roll 1 attribute die revealed. All tasks relying on attributes of the die. Oh, I can't. When this thing is here, I can't stop pulling skulls then. There's no attribute, so this is going to stick around. So now, this will stick around for 2 rounds. I can't get rid of it. And but now if I pull any skulls at all, it's just an autofill for what I'm going to do. So I just got to carry on with my business. So my business is going to be... I should just... If I try to get her... I could try to get her. Or I could come down here to the dance floor. Because I have what I need for both. But let's see if we can boost ourselves a little bit more. I'm going to try to get her. So I'm going to do a support. I'm going to spend one of these to make myself a 4 on 3. 4 on 3. And this is the last one in the bag. 4 on 3. -1, 3, which is a pass. So I will gain 1 here, as the pass is my first action. The bag is now empty. So what do? You put them all in. Even the 3 that you pulled out. And then you take 3 out. What a time for that to come out. That sucks. Okay. So we'll, like I said, I don't... 1. I want to make sure I don't see what it is. 2. 3. All right. Okay. So we're going to try this. Whew! We're going to try this one more time. So we're going to try this to see if we can get her. We're going to do this as a 4. So now it's a 4 on 3. I got nothing to add to it. Straight up 4 on 3, people. Straight up. Here we go. Boom! Yeah! +3. We clear that. We have cleared her, so we gain another resource. And now she comes down to us, and she gives us... She's a follower hanging out with us. So our courage is now +1 as a follower. Woo! So that was my second action to do that. And then my third action is I'm going to meander down to the dance floor. Whew! That ends my turn. Ha! Okay. Any resolve abilities. This doesn't have any. Place 1 hacking cube on each state in the network, which is that one. And then raise surveillance by 1. We're at 5 of 8. And we refresh. And then we pull. I gain another hope. Hope makes me happy. Okay. All right. Now we're feeling pretty good, aren't we? We're feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good. Feeling we can accomplish this task. Let's see. Attribute markers. I just want to read some real quick. Place appropriate attribute markers. I'm just looking to make sure that I can, if I can spend more than 1, I'm going to be incredibly happy. Because I will do 2 of them. And I think you can. I'm just verifying it in the rulebook. Let's see. Support markers. Attributes interplay with 2 charges. You may spend 1 charge during a task, matching the attribute of the support to add +2. This can be done by you or other characters you're setting. For a single task, characters may spend charges from any number of attribute markers, but only 1 charge from each individual marker can be used. So I have 3 markers. I can use 1 from here, 1 from here, and 1 from here to boost it super high. Okay. So we're at a 4. We're at a 4 to do an investigate. We're not going to use any of these cards. We're at a 4 on 3. I'm going to make myself a 6 on 3 and just go for it. First action, 6 on 3. Famous last words. I'm feeling pretty good. There we go, 6 on 3. That's an auto fail. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. So it says skulls are treated as auto fail. So this is an auto fail. Ugh. We got to do it again. 6 on 3. +1, pass. And then last action. 6 on 3. 6 on 3 minus 3 is 3. We do pass. We get rid of that. We gain another resource. We've completed this to flip the dance floor. Maxim Wagner. Alright, so AR Sound Space Enthusiast. Maybe you should try the back area, but I doubt you would get in. It could give me +1 to Charisma if I can... I gotta put 2 tokens on here, so if I can pass the support checks to make that happen, it could boost me as well. So he can boost me as well while he's there. I've completed this. So it says flip both the bar and the dance floor to their backside. We've completed that objective, so we flip this. Plot twist! You spot your friend Andre standing close to a neon-lit corridor, which leads deeper inside the club. Next to him are a blonde woman and a bald man. You shout, but your voice gets drowned by the music. Now they're playing... Far East Movement. Fly like a G6. It's happening right now. It's hard to hear. Suddenly, you hear a loud sound behind you and a group of people in uniform push through the crowd. They seem to be searching for someone. Andre looks over his shoulder, but your eyes do not meet. Then he and his companions quickly head down the neon-lit corridor. Game progression. Put the backstage setting in the play from the staging deck. Follow the setup instructions. All right, so let's do this one at a time because I didn't do all of this. So this is the backstage one here. So it's just a symbol of the backstage, but this is the backstage, and we're gonna have strangers in the dark, 2 random, strangers in the dark, 2 random. So we're just gonna randomize them and put them where they need to go. So the backstage is coming here. This rule says we got to do strangers in the dark. 1, 2, 3, 4. To put there, and they're randomized, so let's shuffle them up, and then we will roll for top and bottom here. Because these are all new to me. Okay. We're rolling for what's going to be up top. Let's take this one out, and let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'll go at the bottom, put you up here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then odds, evens. Odds go up, evens go down. There we go. So we've got that set up here. Alright, then we can flip, that's all it says there, so then we can flip this over. Then it says, find all 5 regular enemies from the staging deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 of them, so who's the regular? Find all 5 regular enemies from the staging deck. These are the 3 Corp Loyalists. 2, 3. The 2 Freelance Security. That's the 5. Each player draws one of them at random. Enemies you draw appear at your location. Shuffle the remaining regular enemies into the encounter deck. Okay. Yeah, if you watch me play Arkham, you know I sleeve as I go. So, boom, boom. Boom, and boom. Okay? Alright, so we're going to draw one of these at random in our location. And shuffle the remainder into the encounter deck. Okay? Alright, so we'll do this. So, simple roll unless I roll a 6. So 3 is coming with me. The rest of these are going into this deck. Okay. Alright. And shuffle these up. And then we will read what we gotta do. And we'll look at this enemy that is with us now. Alright. Okay, so that's it. That gets discarded. What is our next objective? Our next objective is you need to follow Andre deeper inside the club. Find the hidden basement and flip it. Okay, so that's our next act. And the enemy that we're running into is a corporation loyalist. So we fight him with courage. All right, this is where this comes in. Okay. Let's break this down. Let's break this down Barney style. So we're going to be using the courage attribute to fight, or keywords of fight on the cards that we have. We're going up against a difficulty of 1. If we get a 4 or higher, he will flip over, which means he will retreat. He will keep the damage that's on him, but we can't deal with him anymore, right? This is how much we need to defeat him. We need to put 4 damage on him. Corp Loyalist. One day my loyalty will be repaid. Oop, that moved here. Now, he also has this wonderful thing called confrontation. I say it's wonderful, but it sucks. You cannot move away from this location while he's engaged with you. And this here is a hack counter, but when it's this symbol, it's a threat icon that basically says we're going to suffer a stress when he hits us. So when he attacks us, we suffer a stress. So he is at our location, and we cannot leave our location while he's there. Cool. But that was my last action to flip that before I ran out of action, so my turn is actually over. So we're going to go to the encounter phase. Resolve all abilities. Nothing to resolve. Place 1 hacking cube, which would clear this finally. Thank God this is gone. And it's gone. Then increase surveillance where it's 6 of 8. Then retreat cards will flip back over. He hasn't retreated. And I'll tell you, he's not going to attack me. This isn't like Arkham, like on their turn they're going to hit you. However, on their turn, on the there are ways they activate, and I'll tell you as soon as I draw the token that lets them activate. And then we have to draw an encounter card. Oh, come on! Damn it! Damn it! Okay. Well, alright. Alright. So what it is. So, my first action is I'm gonna punch this guy. He has a 1. I'm at a 4. So, I'm just gonna keep it straight 4 on this guy. Do I have an... ooh, I could do this. I'm gonna do anger issues. I have anger issues, people. We're gonna do anger issues. I seem a little upset. I'm gonna get a +1 after reveal an additional token. It says if you reveal 1 or more skulls, deal 2 damage to an enemy at your setting. Alright, so right now I am at a 5 on 1. There's 1 skull. So I'm at a 4, and they're going to activate, but I have to finish this out. I'm at a 4 +3. Okay, cool. So let's work this in order. I pulled a skull, which means that's how they activate. Whenever you pull a skull, every enemy activates. They are with me, so both of them are going to hit me for 1 stress. I'm going to use a hope to block 1 and a hope to block the other because I'm not done yet. So that is going to be that, but I did pass the test. And it says here, if you reveal 1 or more skull token, deal 2 damage to an enemy at your setting. So it is 1 damage plus that to do 2 damage, so I hit him for 3, and I got a lot, so he's going to retreat. So when he retreats, he keeps the damage on him, but I can't affect him again. That guy sucked. Alright. Then we are going to... Oh, this one will be fun for y'all to see. Then we're going to do this one on the other guy. We're going for my second action. We're going to fight. We'll get a +3. I'm at a 7. It says if you succeed, analyze the encounter deck for 3. You may discard one analyze regular card, reshuffle the encounter deck. So that means I draw 3 cards from the encounter deck. I look at the ones and I can discard one of the ones if I don't like it for this. So I'm going for 3. Actually, this one had an impact. This should have been 4. So it's 1 plus the impact plus the 2 hit for the skull. This guy's dead. That guy's dead. He's gone. And I will get a resource for killing him. So now you are left, and I'm going to make sure that you go away. So I'm going to do... I'm at a 7 again. I'm at a 7 on my fight. That one had an impact. Woohoo! 7 minus 2 is more than enough to do 1 damage to him. And I did way more than 4, so he will retreat. And I got 1 card left in my hand before I have to do stuff. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna move. Charisma would be cool, but I'm gonna move for my last action. And I'm gonna move backstage. Ooh, that would be bad. I can hack 3 to get... Oh, yes. I'm going to move up here to this area backstage. Okay. Yeah, because if I use that card, and I got to put the secrets on them. There's 3, 3, 3, and 3. Do I want to move backstage for my... I don't think I want to move backstage for my last action. I take that back. I could... if I had another action, I'd move backstage and then hack this so it doesn't hit me. So instead... my last action... This guy doesn't bother me. So my last action is... I'm going to try to... That's a 3. I'm wishing on a star for this. It's the last action, right? So let's do the last action. And I will wish on that star. I'm going to get support. I'm at a 2 on 3. 2 on 3. Wishing on a star. Damn it. Okay. Alright, that ends that. So, encounter phase. Resolve all at beginning of turn abilities. Nothing to resolve. Place 1 hacking cube, no hacking cubes to place. Raise surveillance, I'm at 7. I'm at a 7 of 8. That's increasing surveillance. You will flip back over. And then I draw an encounter card. And I flip these back over, and then I draw an encounter card. Damn it! Please be technology. Please be technology. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. So, I roll 1 attribute die and place it here. So, any fights is considered hard, which means if I pull the skull, it's an epic fail. Cool. Well, let's see if I can make you run away again. I'm at a 4 on 1. Four on 1 minus 2 is enough, and you don't run away because that was not over 4. Let's do it again because I want another resource for beating you. That is 3, which still is good. And then my last action, let's see if we can get rid of him. Auto success. You have been defeated. I will gain a resource. That's all my actions. Cool. Cool. Awful. Alright, place the hacking cube. Resolve any abilities. Place the hacking cube. Increase surveillance. We just hit 8. So when we hit 8, every player suffers a stress, to which I will discard my last card to suffer my stress. Then each retreated card is flipped face up. There's none. I have to draw an encounter card. Well, damn it. At the beginning of the encounter phase, this thing comes up. At the beginning of the encounter phase, increases surveillance by 2. Hack 5. Yuck. Okay, but at least I could try to hack that. And then it becomes my turn. Now, before it's my turn, I have to take what's called a focus. On this time, I turn my endurance down to 1 because my hand is empty. I can now buy tools. These are my resources that I can spend. So here are my tools that I can look at. I can gain self-defense training. You may perform an additional fight action during your turn for 4. I can do reserves of strength. I can destroy this card. You recover 3 cards from your discard pile. It only costs 2. I can stolen DefSec smartwatch. You treat the printed number on regular skulls as +1. Ooh. When you reveal the epic fail, you may recycle this tool. Treat the epic fail as a regular skull with a -1. Recycle means when you recycle a tool, return it to the toolkit, active only during your turn. And then the last one is this. When you discard 1 or more cards from your hand, you gain hope. I like this one. But I also really like... Yeah, I like this one. I'm going to buy that one. So we'll put these back. I'll keep that one there. We'll put these back here. And then I need to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources. And I've got the... And now this is part of my arsenal as a tool that I can use. And I can draw back, but I can only draw back up to 9 cards, and I get to select which ones I want. All of them are good. Hack 3 is nice, because my hacking is terrible. My fight's pretty good. So I could do the find weakness, or... I think for this round I'll do the find weakness. I won't draw that one back. That'll stay in discard. And I've got 9 cards to play now. And it is my turn. Okay. Alright, so my first action is getting rid of that stupidness. That's a 5, too. Damn. That's a 5-er. I can't hit that number. I can't hit a 5 right now with the cards I have. So I just gotta leave it be. I'm gonna move. My first action is I'm gonna move to where I was gonna move before. My second action is I'm going to hack this so it doesn't affect me where I am. So I'm going to hack 3 + 1, which is 4. So I'm at a 4 on 3. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. 4 on 3. Give me something good. Yes. All right. So we put a cube on here. It will not affect me. Basically, if you fail, you take that damage. Then we need to do an investigate, and I need an investigate with an impact. Right now I'm at a 2. It'd be a 2 on 2. Because if I gain a 5, let me show you this so you can see how this happens. Basically what happens if I investigate with a Shroud of 2. If I hit 5, I would take a stress. But now I've covered that stress, so I won't take it. Alright, so this discards. So I'm at a 2 on 2 right now. That would be awesome. I can clear it if I could do this. It would be a straight 2 on 2. Oh, this makes my stomach hurt. This makes my stomach hurt. If I lose that card, I'd be so sad, but it would be incredible if I succeed. I'm just gonna do this one to make to the high hopes. I'm too nervous. High hopes puts me at a +2. I'm at a 4 on 2. So I moved, I hacked, and then my last action is to do that, and I'm at a 4 on 2. Oh, it would have worked. It would have been amazing. Anyway, that's a 5. This would kick to hit this, but I've hacked this so it's not going to hit me. So I just knock off 2 off of this one. And I pass, so I gain a hope. And that's my actions. Okay. And yeah, I didn't do either of those. That sucked, and I can't, it's just what it is. So, encounter phase, resolve at the beginning. So at the beginning of the encounter phase, increase surveillance by 2. So I'm at 10 of the next number, which is 16. So I'm 10 of 16. Place 1 hacking cube on each state in the network. This would go away. And this only had 1 on it, so that would go away. Flip any retreated. Each player draws 1 encounter card. Just watched a bunch of your Zarehia Let's Play. You have such a wholesome aura. Love it. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. Come on, game! Come on! Why does this game hate me? Alright. Alright, alright. So what have we got? How much is left in here? Just feeling to see how much is left in here. 3 are left in there. Alright, I'm going for broke. This could be the dumbest mistake of my life. Flip, flip, flip. Actually, this is to save. Yeah, this could be the dumbest mistake of my life, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to keep saying I'm going to do it until I do it. I'm going to do data breach with an investigate. And it says, if you succeed by 2 or more, add 1 additional impact. But right now, I'm just at a straight 2 on 2. This is the biggest risk. Oh my god, don't be a -3. Don't be, don't be, don't be. Come on. +2. Yeah. So I get rid of both of these. I gain a resource. And because we cleared this card, I get to flip it. Stefania! Eccentric body hacking activist. Cool. The music sucks. I'm heading to the Hain. So she has some cool stuff on her, though, that I want. I want some of the stuff on her. I want the hacking stuff that's on her. And the heart one. Alright. So she is there with her 2, 2, 2. So that was my... I did an action to do that, right? Yeah, that was my first action. Second action, I'm going to move down to... I'll deal with this because I'm in that location. Right? Because I think they said that the location's the area above or below. Yes, the location's the area above or below. Yep, so we're at the top location. I'm going to try to cover that guy. So, let's do... My hacking right now is a 1. Let's make my hack... This is a reckless. This will make my hacking a 3, and it's a 3 on 3. That's just silly. Who told me to get rid of my hacking cards? Alright, we're just going to have to risk this for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit on this one. We'll do... My second action will be... Let's just straight up investigate. I'll do this one. It says you may suffer 1 stress to add +2. I'll spend 1 of those, hope to block it. So I'm at a 4 on 2. 4 on 2. 4 on 2. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Oh, come on! empty. It's empty. The bag is empty, and that was a horrible fail. Oh, that would have been epic. Oh, man. Alright, that's what it is. This game, man, it's amazing. I like this game a lot. Alright, let's just shuffle these up. And we're gonna grab 3 out of there. What do we? Nope, gotta put it back. I don't even want to see it. There we go. 1. Nope, put it back. Come on, flip over properly. 2. 3. There we go. Okay. That sucked. That was not what I wanted to have happen in my life. I'm gonna vomit. I just gotta do a straight 2-on-2 and see what happens. I'm going to a straight 2-on-2 as my last action. Straight 2-on-2, man. Straight 2-on-2. Yes! And that would have put me at 4, which keeps me under the threshold. And that had impact on it, so this actually goes down to 1. Oh my god. Okay. That was my last action, and I'd like to cry now. Alright. So this thing kicks to do 1, 2, so it's a 12 of 16. Then place a cube on it, and it goes away. Oh my god. Then increase surveillance by 1, so it goes to 13. Then retreat, flip, draw an encounter card. Gain a hope. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, game. Alright. Then it's my turn. Okay, we have to do this one, which is well respected. I gotta draw 2. Oh, I could with the skull thing, I could have treated the skull as a +1 and passed. I'm an idiot. I forgot about my stolen watch and the epic fail we could have recycled. I did not use my watch for what it should have been. Man, boo. I got a +3 for this. So that actually puts me way above the limit, but I did beat the card, so it should not impact me when I beat the card. Which means I will gain a resource and see what happens here. Elia Amadou. The noobs have messed with the wrong people. They should have stayed at the... Find 1 random copy of Hidden Basement. This is where we're supposed to be. So when revealed, find 1 random copy of Hidden Basement in the staging deck. It appears at the opposite location. Okay. So we found what we needed to. She is going to have, because it says when revealed, do that. She's going to have 1 on there. And then we will take... There are 2 Hidden Basements. I'll give them on shuffle. And then, boom. 1, odd. You are here at the opposite location. This one's taken out. And you have 2 secret on you. That is where we need to go. So that was my first action to do that. Okay. So we're done up here, right? It's to investigate it. Oh, that sucks. I need to get this from her. And I just need to beat a 1. It's a 1 on 4. And I'll take a stress, but I gotta do it because I need one of those to be successful. I might need both of those to be successful. 1 on 4. This is where I can go for a -3. -1, I could treat that. You treat the printed number on regular skulls as +1. I could pass, but I'll take a stress. I'll do it. I'll pass. I think I still have to draw, but I just treat that instead of a -1, it's a +1. Okay. So, I'm at, so let's just say these threes cancel each other out. So I'm at a 2, which still the stress hits me, but I do pass, and I'll gain this. And I do have to take a stress, which I'll use one of these hopes to get rid of. Then, and that was my second action. And I'm going to do it one more time for my third action to see if I could do this. Because I think I'm going to need that to get into the hidden basement. -1, so that puts me, that's still a lot, so I'll do that because of that, but I'll get this. Oop, that should be there. Okay. That's it. Next we're going to move down here and try to deal with this. Cool. Okay. So now it is nothing to resolve there, no hacking cubes. Increases, we're at 14 of 16. Then, roll that beautiful bean footage. I really hate this card. I hate it a lot. I want to let you know that. I hate this card a lot. Okay, ready up? Here we go. First action, move. Second action, investigate. I don't have any cards to help me, so this is all on me. So I'm going to spend... Let's see, that puts 2. And so that's 5. So that's 4 plus 1, 5. I'm at a 5 on 4. God. That's my second action. 5 on 4. That's a +1. That's a +1, but I still got to pull another one, but that's a +1. Okay, more than enough. All right. Get rid of 1. Last action to do the other. And I'm doing these 2 to make myself a 5 on 4 again. Yes! 4. That puts me at a 4 on 4, which gets rid of this. Gets me a resource. Let's flip this bad boy. Alright, so it's going to have 2 hope on it. Because it says I had to flip the hidden basement to pass this. So this is the hidden basement. Refugee housing unit. Hidden basement. Club culture is about more than base and drugs. It is also about giving systemic discrimination the middle finger. Ask the refugees for help. Deal 4 damage to an enemy once I complete this. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Okay, but I did complete this guy. So we flip this over. You hear a voice behind you shout, "Sir, they headed in here." A small man wearing a Nubicon corporate security uniform enters the dark room, flanked by a group of officers. They have you cornered. The man looks surprised as your eyes meet, as if he had expected someone else. However, he quickly regains his composure and says, with a friendly smile, "My name is Mark, and Nubicon would thank you for your cooperation in this matter. We are looking for one of our employees named Andre Picard, and we think you might know him. Find Mark Steelskin Casper in the staging deck. He appears at the location of the active player. Find dimly lit security door in the staging deck. It appears at the siphon." Okay, so we've got dimly lit security door that appears at the siphon. And then we've got Mark. And then these are the conclusions. So it looks like we're getting into the end. So Mark's appearing with me. And it's going to appear at the siphon bottom. Alright, what is our final act of this? Fight or flight. You need to get out of here. Complete one of the following objectives to advance. Find a way to escape or defeat Mark Steelskin Casper. Okay. So this is Mark. Good lord, man. Wow. He's got 10 health. I cannot move away from his location. He does not retreat. He will retreat if I hack him. If I hack him 3 times, he'll retreat. Otherwise, he's in my face. And when he activates, he's going to hit me for 2. Oh. Mark, you haven't heard that I have anger issues? Anyway, that ends my turn. Okay, so I'm here and you're with me. I think we're gonna kill this guy, but we're gonna try our best. Let's see what happens. All right, that and ooh, and this could work too. I could if I'm able to do perception to get these off, I could deal 4 damage to him, which leaves 6 I need to do to finish this off. Okay, I got plans, but my turn's over. So first off, this will kick. That will take it to 6. And I have to suffer 2 stress. That's my last 2 hope. Then this will go away. This goes up 1, so I'm 17 of 24. See how fast it's moving? Then I need to draw an encounter card. Invasion of privacy. Increase surveillance by 1. Follow up. Draw 1 addition. Come on, game. 18. And then draw another encounter card. So this is Surge. Think of it that way. This makes me so sad. I can't get away from either of them. Okay. Cool. Ready up. Alright, I'm pissed. You have angered me so very much. Okay. I'm right now at a 4. I'm at a 4 on 3. And he would hit me with 2 stress. What do we got here? The auto fail might still be there. The skulls are out. I got -1s, 1 -3, 2 -2s, 1 +3. The auto pass and the auto fail. I'm going to go for this fight that's reckless. So I have to reveal an additional token. So I'm going for this. I'm at a 5. I'm at a 5 on 3 on this guy. 5 on 3. Because I don't like your face. That is a 6 on 3. Damn it. That's not good. I do hit him for 1, but he is going to stress me for 2, which I have to discard these 2 cards. And that was my first action. And I got to focus. So I focus down, and then I can only gain back 8 cards. Fight 3, hack, anti-task, not investigating. I might need support. Might need support. Fight hack with the restless. I'm actually going to put away... Oh, I was supposed to draw 2 on that one. Ooh, I only drew 1. I was supposed to draw 2. Cool. So I would not have damaged him, and I auto-failed, which I would have taken the stress. Okay, so cool. So you wouldn't have taken damage because I auto-failed. And when I auto-failed, when I draw Skull, they activate. So he hit me for 2, and he would hit me for 1, which means I need to lose another card when I draw up. Okay, so... I think I need to do the big 4 to get rid of that guy. So I'll need the support that is that. Yeah, that one will work for what I need. That one will work for what I need. I need that. I need the... We're just going straight up. I'm going to put away that one, the well-respected. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to hack him for my action. Oh, and I have to lose 1 more because, right? I have to lose 1 more, so it should have been a 3rd. I'm going to keep that one anyway. Let's lose a fight. Let's lose this reckless. Alright. So, I'm doing this. +3 on hacks. I'm at a 4. No, it's hack. Shoot. Sorry, wrong one. Is get support. This is the one I was looking for. I'm going to do get support, and it says add +2 for each enemy at your location. So I'm at For get support, I'm at 2, 4, 6. I'm at a 6 on 3. So yeah, 2, 4, 6. I'm at a 6 on 3. And I can get both of those hopes off if I pass this. The auto fail's gone. 6 on 3. -2. It passes. I have the impact. I get those two. I pass. I could buy new equipment, which I forgot to do because I'm super excited. And then I pass this, which lets me deal 4 damage to an enemy at the setting. Bye, jerk. Which would give me another one. And I could have bought more equipment, but my brain is swirling with trying to figure this out. Which leaves just you and me, kid. Okay. My last action, I'm going to wait to hack you, because I need to hack you for 3. And this has an impact, and then this has the other one that I need. This one. Okay. I can't move, so let's put this over here. I'm going to... If you succeed, you may retreat one regular enemy. He's not a regular enemy, he's elite. I'll save that just in case on the next action some idiot comes up. I'm going to try to hack you. It would be a 3 on 3. Or I could just start punching you to death. But I need to hack you so I can run or make myself at a 3. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do just a regular fight on you, which is gonna be a 4 on 3. 4 on 3. +3. That sucks. That's a 7. I will have to use these two to not take that stress, but I still get to hit you for 1. And that was my last action. Okay. Here we go. I should have been able to buy another thing and I forgot to do it. I'll buy that one. How about that? I had the 4 to do it. I forgot, and I'll do it. I'll buy the self-defense training. Okay, let's go, sir. Increase this by 1. 19 of 24. Flip these, and then draw an encounter card. Increase surveillance by 1 or suffer 2 stress. I gotta increase the surveillance by 1, sadly. I'm at 20. And then, now I could try to hack you. This will be a 3 on 3. There's a -2, a -3, potentially. That they could be up there. And I'm going to try this. And I'm going to suffer a stress to make it a 3 on 3 fight. First action. Yes. 3 on 3, +1. So I put 2 hacks on here. And if I succeed by 1... If I succeed and have 1 or fewer cards, I gain a hope. But nope, so that's that. Okay, we got to try this one more time. Alright, so this is... I'm at a 4 on... I'm at a 4 on 3. 4 on 3. Auto. Yes. Shoot. That was dumb to do right now. That was dumb to do. No! Because it was my last action. Oh, wait. I had 1 action left. That was my second action. The first was the hack. The second was the hack. I'm scared myself because I'm about to run. And when that happens, you flip, sir. And then my last action is to run. Run, Papa. I'm going to run to the dimly lit that has 5 on it. That's a lot of investigate on a 4. Jeez. On a 4? Alright, well, I'm just going to have to figure it out. That's going to end my turn. 1. Flip. This guy's like, where'd he go? Flip, flip, flip. Pull. I gotta raise it. I gotta raise it. By 1, I'm at 22 of 24. Okay. Alright, so then it's my turn. We gotta figure this out, man. That's a 5 to beat. I can't beat a 5, so we're just gonna have to go for broke on this. I'm gonna do any task. I'm at a 4 on 4. None of this is good. Oh my gosh, all of these are bad. I don't know if I want to do this at a 4 on 4. Yeah, none of these can be good. 2, 3, 1. I'm going to try it. 4 on 4. Screw it. Whatever. Go for broke. Yes. Okay. So I gain a hope. And I get rid of one of these. That's my first action. Next thing will just be a 2. Nothing else. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move here. My second action. No, that's stupid. I'm just gonna interact with this guy. It's probably gonna be a fail, but I'm gonna interact with him. There's 1. I think there's 1 left in here. Yep, 1, which is -1. I'm gonna treat it as a +1, which I can do with the stolen DevSec smartwatch, which would put me at 3, and then I need to re-pull. So I'm at a 3 on 3. So I'm at a 3 on 3. Come on. I gotta get rid of something. 1. 2. 3. Okay. 3 on 3. Get one of these. Okay. Then the last one, I just gotta try it. I can make myself a 4. 4 on 3. Pass. Okay. Passed. Got a resource. I just boosted my charisma. Not like that will help me. Alright. I gotta get the hell out of here. I can't beat a 4 right now. I think I got to just kill this guy. Oh, and when he did the skull, when I pulled the skull, he would have come over to my area. When I pulled the skull. So, we are where we are. So, that's the end of my turn. Let's see where we are. We are resolve all abilities on at beginning, hack cube, surveillance 123. I'm at 23 of 24. Flip these over and draw a card. Well, damn it. Okay. Alright, well, it is what it is, right? I think we're just going for broke on this dude. I could... Oh, I hack with charisma. I got that wrong. I hack with charisma, so I can actually try to hack him. I could just straight up fight his behind. Yeah, I'm just going to fight him to death. I don't think there's any other way past it. So, you may perform an additional fight action during your turn. So first we're going to fight him. I'm at a 3 on 3. Actually, I'm at a 4 on 3. We're just going to keep it at 4 on 3. 4 on 3. Boom. I am going to take 2 stress for that, so that's 1. And I have to lose another card. But it says I analyze 3, so 1, 2, 3. And I could discard one of these by. And reshuffle the encounter deck. Okay. And that was my first action to fight him. I did put a damage on him. And now I have to go to 6, and I only get 6 cards back. I could do this. Ooh, I could do that, and I need to investigate. 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. Alright. Alright, Rabbit. Yeah, I'm not ready for that one. I could go there. 2, 4, 6. So I have 6 cards in my hand. It's getting tight. But now it's time to try to clear this. This is by this. Ooh, that's gonna be hard to do. I can investigate. This will put me at a 4-on-4, and I'd have to suffer stress. This would put me. Ooh, this one's better. Add +2 for each enemy at your location. So this now I'm at a 4-on-4 with the impact. So I'm at a 4-on-4. Yes. With the impact removes 2. Leaves 1 and leaves that there, so there's just 2 left. Oh man, I'm so close. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to suffer another stress for this. Actually, let me do any task here to give me... That'll give me a hope that I can use for the stress. So I'm at a 4-on-4. Nope, that's a fail. And the last one I had a 4... That gave me +2, which was 6, which would have did this threshold, which should have pushed this up by 1. Which is 24. The responsible player draws an encounter card. Move the enemy with the most damage to your location. If already at your location, it attacks you, and then draw another card. Sweet. So he attacks me for 2 stress. Awesome sauce. We'll get rid of the fight. And we'll get rid of this one. I did not succeed that. And I have to draw another card. Increase surveillance by 2, suffer 4 stress. By 2, please. 1, 2. 26. 26 of 32. Ah! Ah! Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Last action. I think that was my last action. I think I'm done. Okay. This raises this by 1. Oh no, I gain a stress, sorry. I have to do this one. Oh, this is so bad! Okay. Then raise this by 1. 27 of 32. Oh god. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Okay. Increase the surveillance by 1. No! 28 and draw another card. Increase the surveillance by 2 or suffer 4 stress. 29, 30. I can't suffer for stress. Oh my gosh. First action. Oh, this could be so bad. Damn it. Damn it. I'm at 5. And I only get back 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can buy stuff. Let me not forget it this time. I got 4 experience. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do reserves to recover 3 cards from my discard pile. 1, 2. To spend 2 for that. Okay. Okay. Alright. 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 This is the impactor. This is the big one. This is the big one, folks. 4 on 4. All the tea! All of it! Right now! Damn it! Last action! This one. Suffer stress to gain +2. Oh my god. I'm gonna do this one. 4 on 4. Come on. Come on. Let's do this. Yes! And it's impact. Oh my god. Gain a resource. Oh my god. There we go. Flip. Neon lit alley behind the siphon. You rush out into the cold air, slamming the security door shut from the other side. If all players are at this location, you escape. Read conclusion 3. Do not progress from this chapter. Conclusion 3. Oh my god. Oh my god. As you run down the neon lit alley, you see 2 fingers heading towards... 2 figures... Fingers. I see 2 fingers. 2 figures heading towards a dark street. You recognize them as the bald man and the blonde woman you saw earlier with Andre. You rush after them, but do not dare to call out for them. After 2 more turns, they exit onto the main street where a self-drive cab is waiting for them. Before they enter the car, the woman looks over her shoulder and sees you running towards them. Seeing her face up close for the first time, you recognize her as Magdalena Schneider. You have seen her face on an electoral poster in Kreuzberg some time ago. Magdalena asks with a stern voice, "Have you been following us?" Before you can answer, the bald man calmly interjects, "Ah, you must be who Andrea's been talking about. I'm glad you found us." The woman's eyes narrow, but then she gestures to the car's back seat. As you enter, the bald man offers his hand, saying, "I'm Nairi. Andrea is a colleague of mine at Nubicon." The self-drive cab starts accelerating with a faint hum, and together with your newfound companions, you drive off into the twilight of an early morning. Campaign progression. Note in the campaign log you escape from the club and proceed to conclusion 4. Oh my god. Oh my god. You drive through the cold Berlin night in a cozy, the Berlin night in a cozy self-drive cab. Breaking the silence, Neri says, "I am so sorry, Lena. I shouldn't have gotten you involved in this." Magdalena responds quickly, "Don't be. If it's anyone's fault, it's Nubicon's fault." She continues somber, "But why would they risk illegally raiding a nightclub?" Neri hesitates. Today at lunch, Andre told me he had been working on a new project for Nubicon's genetic research department. What he saw had made him uncomfortable. He had reviewed a data set that included both your and my name and huge chunks of our medical history. Lena raises her eyebrows in surprise and asks, "That sounds highly illegal." Naya responds, "It probably is. Andre wanted to tell us more tonight at the club." Lena thinks for a moment and then replies with a newfound determination, "We need to find Andre. Do you know his address in the Haven?" Neri nods and turns around to give the car new directions. This is the end of the demo, but your continued adventures await. The next episode will lead you to Berlin's solar punk-inspired green tech hub, Haviland Haven, where you will find the first lead to uncover Nubicon's dystopian scheme. We barely made it. I know I got some stuff wrong, but we barely made it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's take a look at the campaign while we're here that we've just gotten through this. I think this game is a lot of fun. I don't know if you felt the same way, but this game I was like, oh man, I feel the Arkham vibe, but I feel the difference based on the cards and how quickly my endurance was breaking down, right, as I was trying to do stuff. Let me go to, I'm going to go to the crowdfunding page now so to give you some information on it. And boom. Okay. So I did back it. Right, it funded in 5 hours. They said that they are guaranteeing a U.S. tariff limit of $15. So for whatever happens, they're saying there's a U.S. tariff limit guarantee for U.S. residents for $50. For the rest of the world, y'all don't have to worry about it. Just pay your VAT, pay the VAT tax that you're used to, and that's it. But this is for if anyone in the U.S. is interested in getting it. Right now, they're at 81,000. I'd love to see them go up higher than that because this is a pretty cool game. It's made in Germany, which is pretty cool. So here we've got like the storytelling. The other character that you saw, which Steve played over at Co-op Guild, that you could check out. He played this character. 400 plus cards where your choices matter. So it does as it does walking through a different campaign. Unique European science fiction setting that's here. It's 1 to 4 player, fully co-op. So, you know, you saw me play true solo, but you can play two-handed if you want. You can play up to 4 characters if you want. Fully co-op in this game, which is pretty cool. They do have one Kickstarter exclusive character, and he is an indie. This is his first project, him and his team's first project, and I think they came out the game swinging really well with this. So that's the exclusive character once they hit 75,000 euro. So what you get for your game, what do you get in the pledge tiers? For just the core box, which comes with 4 characters, 136 cards, 264 scenario cards, which is pretty cool, including 60 locations and 45 people, some attribute dice, the tokens, the acrylic tokens, everything that you saw here, basically. It looks like it's 69 euro, which equates to about, nope, that's not that one. This one's $80 USD. So if you're interested in doing that, as you can see, I went all in. So that's just the core base one. You could get that, you could be fine. No harm, no foul to support the dev. If you do the gameplay all in, where you're gonna just get everything from this campaign, that is just all the gameplay that you need, none of the bling, just all the gameplay. It is 99 euro, which comes out to about 112 US, and that comes with this expansion called A Hopeful Cause, which comes with 4 new characters in that expansion. The character standees if you want them, and then they're coming with some alternative encounter cards for enemies, states, and dilemmas, and 10 ultimate challenge nemesis cards that you'll get built in, which you'll see later. Now, that's the gameplay all-in. For the all-in, this is the deluxe pledge, and this is what I got, which is $192 US, or 169 euro. So this is the deluxe pledge that comes with the gameplay, the expansion, and more. So you get that. You get acrylic standees. You get the premium grid, it says printed poker chips that you'll be getting for what goes in the bag, which is pretty cool. And there's some playmats. So this is the grid playmat. That's the one that I was just putting. There's just that card that you saw. Just this card right here. That's the grid playmat. And then you'll get some character playmats and episode playmats that you can use. So I like this project, so I went all in on it. He's got some videos that kind of shows that explain some of this. This is kind of only 8 available if you have the discretionary funds and you want to support an indie dev. This is kind of like, yeah, VIP pledge, 8 people for this amount of money. He'll make a card of you and your, forever thanks and all that other good stuff that you'll get. So, also, as an upgrade, that people can get some premium inserts from Poland Games, if you wish. This does not come with the deluxe pledge. This is just a side thing if you want. Don't need it. And then, yeah, that kind of builds it out. So, I've shown you how to play-ish. But they talk about Berlin in the near future. I promise utopia, but the corporations are ruling everything, so it works well with the story. As you do branching paths. Your decisions shape a branching narrative over a 5-act campaign. So all we did was chapter 1. That's all. Well, yeah, we did the first chapter, but it wasn't the first act. So it might be more to play through. I don't know. That's all I have on that right now. They do have a role-playing game for people who like the environment. If you want an RPG, they do have another campaign running for the role-playing game. This is just for the ECG. So LCG is a trademark of Fantasy Flight Games. So no other company can use LCG, right? Living Card Game. They can use ECG, which is expandable card game, and that's the term that they're using for it, which is an ECG. So potato, but remember the legalities of it is important. So they're using ECG. They have rules for you to learn if you want, and you can see Mike over at One Stop did a video. We've got some other cool people doing it. Steve's video that's here. A wonderful group of people have covered this. Purple Moose covered it, which is pretty cool. Tribe Games did it, which I've watched a lot of their stuff. You can play it. You can do, right now, if you want to try the game yourself before you purchase it, you can print and play. There's a print and play demo that you can print out at home and try it, or there's a tabletop simulator mod for you to try. He has a Discord community that you can hop on, and you saw me play solo mode, expandable card game, like I said. There is no AI illustrations. All illustrations are done by an artist, 100% AI free for people who are going to ask that question. And then here's the shipping that's going on for people around the world. So yeah, there you go. There you go. And it looks like QML will deliver to the US, which QML's awesome to me, so I think they do a great job. But this link to this is in the description below, and as you can see, I went all in. As soon as I played through the first, I was like, backed it. So I would love to see this be so successful that we get Dominic said that his plan is that he has more content to make for this game, but he wants to get this out. He doesn't want to bloat a campaign with a lot of stuff. He just wants to get the game to you so you can enjoy it. And then, there's more stuff to come, more expansions building out on the world as an ECG does. So think of it as how Arkham or Marvel Champions or Lord of the Rings does, where you get more content that it builds out that way. But, yeah. That is a showing of Beyond Hope. So I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I think this game was fun. As I said, I probably messed up some stuff, which is good, because I think I was gripped in the excitement of trying to solve this problem, which was getting tough. I was down to 2 cards before I'd have to go to just drawing 4 cards to try to make this work. But we did get it to work. There was still a lot of things to do, but I had a lot of fight. I could have just tried to beat that dude down and see what happened, but yeah, overall it was a good game. It was a good game. If we had hit 32, it would have said flip this card. Ugh, and then when we hit 40, we lose the game. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I hope it was informative and it let you see, it lets you get a sense of the game, right? Like I said, I probably got some stuff wrong. Not, there's no probably. I believe I got some stuff wrong. I know I got some stuff wrong with his hacking because I could have used charisma, but I hope that this has been informative. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and if you decide to back it, I do think that you'll be happy with your purchase. So, anyway, that's all I got. That's my honest opinion. I like this game a lot. I like this a lot. I think this game is cool. But that's, yeah, that's it. This is a prototype, just to let you know. Everything here is subject to complete change. And I did not receive a single dime for this because I don't take money because I want to give you my honest opinion on stuff, on how I feel about the game, and I really like it. So, anyway, that's going to be all for today. I will be back on Sunday. We're playing Arkham Horror with Kate and Cynthia, and then we'll be off to the next week. Until then, I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye, everybody.